Yes, yes, we are live. We are live. Here we go once again. Here with the Reentry Connect podcast. I'm your host, Keenan Hudson. You already know how we do it. We always got good guests to come on here. But just so happened this certain week, we got somebody calling from the insides of the prisons over there in Washington State. My brother Ness is going to come on pretty soon, and we're going to get him to share his story and share why second chances are so important. People that go inside, some of us go in there, even before we go, we make little mistakes and things like that, and some are major mistakes. But however, we learn from the mistakes, so here it is, the brother's about to share why he believed his freedom, is very important, why he believed that he was rehabilitated and was willing to come back home and make a difference in the world. But without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and bring my brother Nest up, man. I'm telling you, he's a very powerful, inspiration brother, and he's going to share a lot of his story. Brother Nest, we thank you for coming on, man. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
What's going on, world? Thank you for the blessing, Keenan. We're coming through from South Washington. 37 years old. My name is NESTOR MEJIA. I've been incarcerated going on 16 years in the state of Washington. And I found myself in the steps of living a lifestyle that was coming from gang affiliation, low income housing, a hard upbringing, and definitely, man, it's been hard times and a lot of trials and tribulations, through this whole life that been created for us, and how I've been left to be a part of this world and life we call every day that we wake up. And honestly, man, it's been a rough road, a lot of ups and a lot of downs. And I found myself at age 21 being a part of a crime being committed. And in the state of Washington, I was a part of a murder being committed in 2009, April 2009, and as an accomplice liability, I got found guilty as an accomplice in the principal of a murder in the first degree premeditated, the gun enhancement, and 3 attempted murders in the second degree with all gun enhancements, each count with a gun enhancement, a total of 63 years. And those 63 years, man, changed my life. And it took me a couple years in the system to realize that I was locked up for 63 years for an accomplice. So I was basically a present of a crime being committed that somebody else did. And because I didn't take a deal of 10 years to testify, and I went to trials, and they made an example out of us. It was 4 of us co-defendants, and 3 of us went to trials, and one of them took a deal of 20 years and testified against us. So, I find myself 16 years in April, looking at a long time that I've been walking this pathway of being locked up, and took a lot of bad turns and a lot of beating my head against the wall to come to a point of realization that in time there's time for change. There's time for an opportunity to give yourself. So through my incarceration, I've been having a battle with DOC because a lot of the people that have their sentence is extreme. It's a high number. Educational abilities and opportunities are so limited that even to get your GED or your high school diploma is the hardest thing to do because you're not a priority for DOC. If you don't have under 10 years, you're more likely about to just sit down and just be another body, another number in the system that just gets pushed to the side. So, it's been a struggle and a rough road that definitely there's no imagination to explain or describe, to paint a picture of what it is to be incarcerated looking at football numbers.
Gotcha. Hey, Ness, if you don't mind, if I can interject real fast, shout out to the brother, Mr. Herman Walton, over on LinkedIn. He says, everyone deserves a second chance. It's called tomorrow. And that's a powerful statement this brother just made on here. And he said success is an effort towards greatness every single day. He said this is an excellent talk. So real fast, we want to know, okay, so you went into the prison, that, well, you're still in prison right now. So we, again, I know this platform I share with everybody all the time. This is a platform, especially for the voiceless, people that may not be able to be heard, in certain ways, but a lot of people need to be heard because a lot of times people forget we all make mistakes, no matter big or small. Some of us land behind bars. Some of us may not even get caught. But at the same time, here it is somebody that really reformed their life and recognized and came to the realization that, hey, listen, I made a mistake. But I'm willing to say that, hey, I was around the wrong crowd, but I think I deserve a second chance. So tell us, so since you've been down, what type of things have you been doing to, keep your mind occupied on the right things and for you to, to reassure that you do deserve that second chance?
Okay, so for the most part, there's been the educational part of how you adapt to this lifestyle. And through survival, I've been educating myself with certain books that I read that allow the mind to create the ability to think before you react to certain things that prison got to offer as far as the politics and the gang life and just trying to maneuver in ways that you're able to separate yourself. But throughout my incarceration, I've been able to take a lot of programs like stress anger management, moral recognition therapy, focus on freedom. This is programs that I've been blessed to position myself to take in based on my unfortunate, path that comes with a lot of struggles. And I've been, able to take pretty much so many programs that at the time they didn't register in my mind, but through time, stepping forward, you're able to, reflect on a lot of things like getting the right managing my life, alternatives to aggression, from the inside out. It's just things that help, with your mindset of how you take responsibilities, how you recognize what went wrong and how can you make it right. And, there's so many different things that I was able to be blessed with that helped me understand my wrongdoing in this crime being committed, but not just in the crime being committed, but understanding that at 21 I was still young minded, didn't have no understanding of life. So, I went through a lot of processes that helped me take like many programs like advanced living skills, inside out dads. I got kids of my own, so I was able to learn a lot of inside information of, there's no blueprint to a lot of the stuff that we go through as young minded individuals. So I got a lot of, I got another class called Redemption Self Awareness class that give you the ability to understand, like, redeeming yourself and just taking accountability of what you've done and how you gonna move forward. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. So tell me, so throughout that time, we know that you did things to rehabilitate yourself. Now, when you were down, was there a possibility that in your earlier years you did get into trouble? You did do a lot of things that an average person would do. But what was that turning point that really helped you to change your mind of the time and the predicament that you was in?
Well, we could go back to the moment that took place was 2020. I was in a prison called Walla Walla, which is Washington State Penitentiary, and it's one of the prisons that is considered the toughest in Washington when it comes to the politics and the gang life. It's an opportunity to leave and go to a lesser, should say, less segregation, which is medium custody. You got other prisons. So I ended up going to Airway Heights Corrections, which is a prison where it holds custody levels like medium, minimum, and camp. So it's more abilities and more room for change. And for 2020, I got the opportunity to go to this prison, and I ended up being a part of this program called High School Plus that was introduced into the facilities for individuals to receive the ability to go to school And instead of just focusing on a GED, you get the ability to go every day like regular high schools and do your work as a regular human being and just a regular high school educational, opportunity. So I got my high school diploma in October 2021. I
Wow,
graduated.
congratulations.
So it took me like 4 or 5 months to get it out the way. But I finally got the ability to feel like no matter what you go through, if you put your mind into it and you stay focused, things will come into your reality. Things will, you will receive your blessings. They come with however you put your work in, it's what you get back. And 20, about 2024, the beginning of 24, I got to, get the ability to go to college for my first time that I never imagined me going to college, from the environment we come in, definitely was a great, step forward in a successful way because I was able to, receive the opportunity to go to college and I was able to obtain so much of the knowledge that I had received from my prior, experiences, and I walk up in a classroom full of college students, and then we got a college teacher that welcome you in and makes you feel like you're going to school, like you're literally hands on. That was an amazing thing, and I got my first course. I graduated. I got my first diploma on machine and CNC technology, which is computerized numerical control, and that was an amazing, opportunity. And I got a couple other certificates while I was there, and definitely like that's where my change happened. Within this 5 years, I came to the realization of where am I going wrong and what do I got to do to make it right. So it clicked in 2020. I finally broke out of the small-minded, mentality, or just doing time that you get discouraged and trying to, advance in your life, and they're telling you no every chance that you want to.
Gotcha.
Don't open their closest,
So, question. So, upon your release, because we know you're coming home one day, right? What type of things would you like to do for the community, or even start conducting prior to your release to help individuals out here in the community, and especially the young people? What type of things do you have in mind, or what type of plan do you have laid out?
So, as a member of the community, and understanding that we was a part of it in a destructive way, I really definitely have a plan to work with the youth. My mindset is I have a 5-year goal and a 10-year goal. So I'm planning on taking all the educational experiences that I gained and just the understanding of the lifestyle we come from. I want to definitely work with the youth. I want to work with the young ones and provide them an opportunity to be able to focus on themselves and just get education. Work on their skills, work on their gifts. You know what I'm saying? Because we all come with gifts. We're all created with gifts inside of us that sometimes our parents are not able to help us expose ourselves to that. So I want to definitely work with the youth and provide programs that are giving them the opportunity to understand that they have a place in this world to be somebody one day. You know what I'm saying? And helping them make better decisions that at the time, when I was their age, we was already in the streets making bad decisions, and just give them a safe place to be themselves. And just everything that I gained as far as, even the CNC machinists that I got my diploma on my first year. I want to take my second year when I get out and give the kids the ability to work on different trades, you know what I mean? And give them the ability to learn something that may help them and give them a better future and give them a better lifestyle so they can provide for their own,
Gotcha. Yeah, that's very powerful, man. We really appreciate you giving that input, man. Because sometimes individuals may think that, oh, we just want to change our lives or give people a sobbing story just so we can get out and turn around and do the same thing. But in fact, we all have a story. But most people really want to do the right thing, especially when they've been hit hard in life for the first time. Because I remember years ago when I got hit hard in life, we learn from that. You know what I mean? So for the most part, and that's a powerful thing. So tell me, Mr. Ness, so if people wanted to contact you or they wanted to get involved in your movement, to definitely help you with a transition, to succeed and transition to the outside world, and actually push the initiative to help people out in the world as well, how could they do so?
Okay, so right now, I'm on the beginning stages of creating my social media and allowing it to become active with the way that life and society works right now. So mine is in a work in progress right now, but I have a Facebook under Nestor Mejia, and I have, what I'm saying, we got Securus, which is SECURUS, where you can definitely open an account yourself with my DLC number, which is 343949, and have a direct contact with me. But as far as the social media situations, we're in the process right now of making it active for for the world and society to be able to see what's going on. That's right now, though. I'm in the stages of literally exposing myself to how the world works and society with the social media and stuff right now. So this is literally my first opportunity of having a podcast interview. So I appreciate you, Keenan, and thank you for the work that you're putting in to make this available for us,
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, absolutely, and that's no problem. And as I said, man, this platform, man, is not for any glory for me to get or anything, but it's just more so, man, that we can share resources, share help with each other, man. Especially for people, man, like you said, we've been down years upon years. Technology doesn't change. A lot of people were so used to still writing letters, but now we're doing the email thing, we got the social media, we got the internet. So the world is at your disposal. You know what I'm saying? So. And that's a great thing. So, so tell us. So, so for the most part, right now, are you in the courts in the process of appealing? Are you looking to get clemency, a pardon? Fill us in on what's the process right now, and fill us in on the individuals that actually likes to, not necessarily not protest. Watch the words I say, but more so like to support behind the things that you would like to see done for your justice and freedom.
So honestly, I was in the path of entering the clemency process with the Clemency Project, and I just took a hit of I got accused of supposedly giving somebody drugs that I brought into the facility. So I'm fighting an infraction right now that's really pushing me back. I was on my way in the pathway of basically just being able to receive the clemency opportunity and go into the Clemency Project with the Clemency members and the board members in there to introduce my case. So right now I'm dealing with this infraction that's really pushing me back, and I have to go and fight with the courts about it so they could overturn it. They gave me an infraction of introducing narcotics into the facility. They say I conspired with another individual that got caught with drugs. And an informant had called the detective and told him that whatever I found on him in his possession were mine, and that's all they needed to find me guilty, and that's what they did. They never proved it. They just went off hearsay. So I'm battling with that, but I'm dealing with some community members right now that are trying to get, involved with still making that allowed for me. Yeah. But for the most part right now, I'm really on standby with that because I got to get rid of this infraction first in order for me to be able to be, the next one up. Because they got things that they want you to follow through, and then they want you to be infraction free for a certain amount of time, But I believe that God has a blessing for me, and I know that a lot of things, we go through for a reason. But everything has a reason in it. And I'm allowed where I'm at in this prison at Walla Walla, which is Washington State Penitentiary. They don't have nothing going on as far as educational purpose, no re-entry programs, no ability to educate yourself in no kind of way. It's just nothing but lockdown time. So you're just sitting around pretty much doing nothing. So we're working on bringing educational programs in here and maybe facilitate ourselves into into the programs and allow individuals to have something to look forward to every day, because we want to make sure that there's people coming home that need to, you know what I'm saying, keep the mind working in order for them to understand what they're about to walk into and not just get thrown to society expecting them to be successful and don't have no skills or not even be prepared, you know?
Gotcha. And that's powerful. And we're very glad that you informed us of that. And, and even in the midst of that, like you said, that infraction, we know that's a hard thing, especially when you really trying to do good and you're trying to get home. Like you said, sometimes they may not even have the proof, but they'll still find you guilty. But continue to have that appeal process. You know how that goes. Watch the statutes, limitations they have. Make sure you just keep following up, man. We know that, like I said, that your time is coming, man, and be released. So, but in the meantime, like individuals that did listen to this podcast, y'all heard how y'all can contact and support, a lot of his cause and the things that he's definitely fighting for. But like I say, keep your head up through that, though. You know what I mean? Never let anybody knock you off your square. I'm quite sure you know that. But sometimes the enemy does play games. You know what I mean? We could be at the door and it's like, oh man, here go this bull crap, or somebody may have a bad day, or a guard may have a bad day. We all have bad days. You know what I'm saying? But again, us, seeing beyond it and trying to push forward. You know what I mean? And really making a demonstration, made for, not just ourselves, but for others around us. As you said, you want to get educational programs in there to get people to start learning, start expanding their learning, having their personal development. You know what I'm saying? Allowing, different things, because you never know. People can be released tomorrow and may not know how to survive out here. So here it is, we got to really make ourselves present, with that. And of course, I know this is not going to be the last time you'll be on this podcast. It's, definitely plenty of other times, opportunities. And we definitely want to know that how you doing and how to check up on you and things like that. I know you can't see the screen right now, but however, on the screen, like I said, you had a couple good brothers, Mr. Herman, Mr. Waltman. He says success is an effort towards greatness every single day. Shout out to the brother over here, Universal Soul, over there on Instagram. We appreciate you tuning in. Bayak, everybody. All right. Yeah, a lot of people are definitely supporting, hearing your voice right now. And so
appreciate that.
No doubt. And if you could give some inspirational words to individuals that's locked up, individuals that's out here in the halfway house, out here free, thinking about giving up or making that wrong move that can land them in prison for the rest of their lives, what type of encouraging words would you give them?
Well, man, from my self-experience, man, all I can say is just keep grinding and stay 10 toes down. We go through our trials and tribulations, man, our ups and downs, but don't never lose focus. Believe in what you allow yourself to think. You know what I'm saying? Whatever seed you plant you plant in your mind, wake up every day and water that, put some truth into it. And listen, I've been down for years, man, and I'm going to tell you like this, sometimes I don't even know where the time went. So just keep believing, have that faith. However you wake up every day, man, just understand that that's another day we can take advantage of. So it's all blessings on blessings, you know what I'm saying? Only the strong survive, but when you feel weak at times, man, just understand that every step you take, man, is taking you somewhere. So don't lose sight of that and just stay focused, man, and that, hey, listen, for the people that are locked up on my end, we got this tablets, man, that are definitely a wonderful blessing that we can literally take advantage of. We got apps like Edobo. You know what I'm saying? We got the brother, shout out to the brother Andre Norman. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's one of the persons that came into Secures and gave us inspirational, motivational videos, interviews live with people that have been in our shoes, like Keenan and himself. You know what I mean? So to me, I could say, man, use that to your full potential, man. There's a lot of inspirational things that are coming here that you can wake up every day and be thankful for, because we got it right here in our faces, man. So take advantage of your tablet. You know what I'm saying? Make yourself useful. Continue on working with your loved ones. You know what I'm saying? Your relationships. You know what I'm saying? Stay positive, man. Even when you're feeling down, man. Remember that there's still work to do, and they're still grinding you. So, and just stay focused, man. And I salute you all. And just I hope that everybody, you know what I'm saying, gets a chance at life, and then, you know what I'm saying, your blessings come, man.
Absolutely, absolutely. And shout out to Miss Amanda Rudd right here. She just said it takes time. She's over here on LinkedIn. We really appreciate her, sharing her comment as well. Um, and
Definitely, man. There's truth in that.
yeah, yes, indeed. And you can go ahead, man. You can, whatever you want to say to the rest of the world, you can go ahead, burn this time up. I'm not rushing you off or anything. I know we limited on the time with the phone calls and stuff like that, but it's all good. So if you got anything else you want to share, I got your info, your contact up here on the screen. They already see it. Nestor, did you tell them your name one more time and the number?
Nestor, NESTOR, Mejia, MEJIA. My number is 343-949.
949, yeah.
Like I said, Keenan, shout out to you, man. I appreciate you for the opportunity. Mm-hmm. Hey, this ain't the first one, but you're the first one in my life, man, that been giving me, the ability to do this. But I want to say to everybody out there, man, I know the world is moving too fast. You know what I'm saying? Just don't forget about yourself, man. And anybody hearing out there, man, I appreciate you guys for the comments. And I definitely looking forward to, build some bridges and be able to connect with the world in ways that we're able to work on this together. There's a lot of people in my shoes that need help, and we need to figure out how to maneuver through this rough time. But I definitely would like to connect with anybody that's listening. We can link up in any way to, allow anything to our voice to be heard, whatever kind of work to put in to be able to be seen. You know what I'm saying? I'm open for it, and I'm definitely looking forward to it, man. So y'all take care, stay blessed, and always true to self,
Okay, and if I just heard correctly, you just said 1 minute left, correct?
Absolutely.
Okay, no doubt. You just said 1 minute left. You already know.
Stay blessed.
Indeed, but you already know what it is. Reentry Connect podcast. I'm your host, Keenan Hudson. Just kicking it with the brother Necto there. Y'all heard his powerful story and the things he wants to do once he get out of prison. But nonetheless, it takes time. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead and support him. Don't forget that, we got loved ones, people that's inside, that's fighting to get out. But again, people are being reformed each and every day. So without further ado, everybody have a good night. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, and be sure to see him once again, all right? Till next time, y'all. Peace.
Thank you for using Securus. Goodbye.